Hey guys, what's going on? Banana156 here with another video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. Make sure to leave a comment. I do read all comments, and leave a dislike if you dislike the video. But yeah, first of all, so in this video I'm going to be talking about a common misconception, especially with Americans. Most Americans think that America is the greatest country on earth, and and I want to prove that wrong, because if you look at how we treat our workers, it is clearly not the case. Now, this is going to be an overarching theme on my channel as well, because I want to make more anti-capitalist content. But in America, isn't it pretty common to say derogatory terms towards McDonald's workers or something like that, or Walmart workers, because it's a low-skilled job? Well, and because anyone can do it, so they need to, it's easy and stuff. Well, why do they do that? And next of all, so I saw an article on Reader's Digest praising McDonald's for paying their workers the highest in the industry, and the average cashier makes $8 an hour, and the average cook makes $9 an hour. The minimum wage is $7.25. That cannot get you a two-bedroom apartment anywhere in the United States, and it can't get you a one-bedroom apartment in 95% of the counties in the United States. That is not a living wage, and it should not be tolerated to be paid by any business. It should be not tolerated whatsoever. Everyone needs to be paid a living wage, whether it's a low-skilled job or not. It doesn't fucking matter. When everyone deserves to be paid what they're worth and be paid fairly. Because if you're not, it's basically slavery. And if you're getting paid this minuscule amount of money, you're going to have to work more and more hours and maybe get a second job. Well, most likely get a second job. And this means that you're going to be overworking yourself to death and have no time to get out of it. Because if you stop working, you're going to be fucking homeless. Next of all, we overwork our population constantly. Like 85% of men work over 40 hours a week, and 66% of women work over 40 hours per week. We work 500 hours more than the French. We work more hours than the Japanese, who are notorious for being overworked. We work more hours than the UK. We work more hours than everyone. We overwork our population to death, and that leads to a very poor work-life balance. And that means that you have no time to be with your family. You have no time to be with your friends. You have no time just to relax even. And now getting back to the McDonald's, how you get paid $8 or $9 an hour depending on what job you have. Do you know how much they get paid in Denmark? Now, first of all, let's talk about the argument against it. They always say, oh, well, it would hurt McDonald's profits to pay you more, and they need to profit to be a business. First of all, if you can't pay your workers a living wage, then you shouldn't be in business after all. That's what the free market is supposed to do, right? Free market? Economists, isn't that what the free market is supposed to do? If you can't pay your workers, well, you fucking go out of business. That's what I thought. And next of all, take a look at Denmark. McDonald's in Denmark make $22 an hour. 22. And, you hear some Americans say, oh, well, you get paid vacation a year after working for a year of working at McDonald's. And it's like, oh, whoop-de-doo. In Denmark, you get full vacation, a full pension the minute you fucking accept the job. Because they pay their workers fairly and they treat them like people and not like slaves. Which is what we do in America. We overwork our workers to death, and we don't give a fuck about them. Next of all, let's talk about paternity leave. So, in America, let me just pull up a graph real quick. So, let's look at some paid vacation, or we're going to look at paid vacation first, because this is the first graph. So, France offers 30 days of paid vacation. The UK, 28. Austria, 38. Norway, 27. Denmark, 25. Finland, 25. Sweden, 25. Do you want to know what America offers by chance? It's 0. 0 in paid vacation or paid holidays. 0. You are not guaranteed a paid holiday at all if you work in America. But in these other countries, you're guaranteed 38 days. In Austria, 38. Like, damn, 38. But in America, you get paid nothing. You get paid zero. You get 0 paid vacation or paid holidays in America. That's just terrible. And not only that, there is zero paid maternity leave or paid paternity leave in America. In all these other countries, you get 16 weeks, 52 weeks, 52 weeks plus with 80% pay. Like in Sweden, it's 52 weeks with 100% pay and then 52 weeks with 80% pay. That's insane. You get 2 years of raising your kid. And now let's talk about the benefits of paternity leave. Paternity leave means you get to spend more time with your family. It means you get to have a life. And this is better for the child because the child is raised properly and has parental figures. It's better for the parents because they're less stressed, get to spend time with their family, and they're overall just happier. And next, it's better for the companies because the workers are happier, less stressed, meaning they will be more productive, and the worker will be more likely to stay with you because they feel more loyal because you gave them so much parental leave. And next thing I want to talk about is in America, you just hear maternity leave. No one gives a shit about the father. In all these other countries, they let the father get as much time as the mother. Here, who gives a shit about the father? They're working no matter what. But yeah, that's paternity leave. Next, what about like all the working conditions and all of the overworking that's happening? Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there was recently a Frito-Lay lawsuit by a guy who was electrocuted and got terrible workers' comp and is suing them because he can't work and he didn't get paid for several weeks because he didn't get on disabled in time. He's suing them because of poor working conditions and being just shit employers. And not only do those employers do that, but they also work they 1/3 of their workers work overtime every given shift. Every given shift has 30 workers working overtime out of 100. That is insane. They are overworking their workers to death. There was one guy in the union saying he worked 84 hours a day, or not 84 hours a day, obviously, 84 hours a week. But like 12-hour days were the norm there. He's like 12-hour days were the norm. That's half the fucking day. What the fuck are you going to do for the rest of it? And I hope this lawsuit works. And I think they stopped. They were striking there for a while, and I think they stopped now because they got a 2-year contract or whatever, which wasn't good enough. But this goes back to a previous video I made. We need unions. We need to have collective bargaining power so we can bargain for things like paternity leave and things like that, because our government clearly won't give us these benefits because they clearly have a contempt for the working class. And America doesn't care about low wage workers, like even the high wage ones, like I mentioned. You often hear derogatory terms given towards McDonald's workers, despite them being some of the hardest working people on the planet. We don't care about our low wage workers, and we don't care about the wealthy people don't care about the working class either. We need to relearn the language of class struggle, and we need to relearn Marxian analysis. And we need to we need to put more pressure on these companies and businesses to treat us like people. Don't treat us like slaves. Pay us fairly. Give us benefits. Give us healthcare. Give us a pension. Give us paternity leave. Give us all these things. We need those to be a functioning human being. And now, I don't want to go into atomization very much, but this all contributes to atomization and makes our population incredibly unhappy and disunified and just in a terrible state. And this goes back to the original point. Is America really the greatest nation on the planet? I don't think so. America doesn't treat their workers fairly. They don't pay them a living wage as the minimum wage. They don't offer paid vacation. They don't offer paid maternity leave. They don't enforce overtime, or they don't cap full-time work weeks. They don't provide very many regulations for what they can do. And the only goal for American society is to see redline go up. The only goal is for profit. And you can see this very commonly in every business. They don't care about the long term. They care about short-term gains so they can get their investors or get their stock price up. That's all they care about. It's only profit here. There is no consideration of the long term. There's no consideration of the workers. and we need to be better. We're supposed to be the greatest country on the planet, and we're last in all these metrics in the first world. Ethiopia offers goddamn 90 days of paternity leave. Ethiopia offers more paternity leave than we do. We're the richest country on the planet, by the way. We're the richest country on the planet, and we're supposedly the greatest country on the planet if you ask a random American on the street. And most Americans. I can't call America the greatest nation on the planet when literally every other first world nation and some fucking third world nations give better benefits than we do. Sure, we have higher profits, but at what cost? At what cost is capitalism destroying us? Capitalism is destroying our working class and running us into the ground. Their only goal is to exploit us for as much money as they possibly can. And don't forget that. The companies aren't your friends. The corporations aren't your friends. And they never will be. We need to relearn class struggle. We need to relearn class conflict. And I urge every single one of you to read Marx and to get used to and read some communist theory and some socialist theory. It's a very good thing to read, and and it would be very good for everyone to understand class struggle and things like that, because we need to be able to combat the companies who exploit us constantly. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. I do read all comments to make sure to leave one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and this is going to be an overarching theme of my channel, because I know I haven't done very much anti-capitalist content, but I am a socialist at heart, and I am an anarchist. In fact, I will do a video on anarchism eventually, but I want this channel to be staunchly anti-capitalist and anti-fascist, and that's going to be the main overarching themes of this channel, and that's going to be the main content I want to make, because capitalism is killing us, and fascism is a very real threat. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys